What is the role of forgiveness in a Catholic marriage? Mishaps, insensitive comments, carelessness, misunderstandings, selfishness. It's inevitable that we will experience hurt in our marriage. The only way to avoid hurt is to avoid intimacy and keep it all superficial so that we expect nothing from each other or the marriage. That's neither very satisfying nor is it God's will for our marriage. Building intimacy helps us to grow as persons, but also grow in holiness. It also makes us more successful in our marriage. But here's the irony, intimacy also makes us vulnerable to hurting each other.
So we need to accept that in building a strong, vibrant and intimate relationship as husband and wife, we will inevitably and almost always hurt each other. So what happens when we do? We face into that and we learn how to forgive each other. This in turn builds greater intimacy and trust. If we don't learn how to forgive, the hurts accumulate and the resentment builds, and ultimately unforgiven hurts can destroy a marriage. Or if the marriage survives, it'll be a pale comparison to what we have had. And who wants that?
This is kind of obvious. However, many couples resist forgiveness because they mistakenly think that if they forgive, it's giving permission to their spouse to keep hurting them or to behave badly. There can be many reasons for this, too many to name here. Whatever the reasons though, for avoiding what is often a difficult conversation, withholding forgiveness is always toxic to marriage. It leads us to be cautious and suspicious of each other. We take on a defensive stance in our relationship, as if we're expecting or waiting for the other to fail and hurt us again. This not only puts us on edge, looking for the other's flaws all the time, it also makes us less lovable and sets us up for an unintended vicious cycle.
In contrast, when we forgive each other, it is deeply healing to our marriage and to each spouse. It resets our relationship and fosters optimism and gratitude. It also allows us to more easily have those difficult conversations or approach them with more confidence and peace. This is one of the reasons why engaged couples are such easy and eager communicators. They don't have the long history of unforgiven hurts interfering with their confidence in broaching and resolving hurtful situations.
We need to be comfortable with the reality that while we're trying to make our marriage work, we will inevitably and unintentionally hurt each other. Accepting this, being prepared to discuss it when it happens, and seeking each other's forgiveness simply has to be a part of our marriage toolkit. It's certainly part of ours and the most used one in our own toolkit. So is forgiveness important in a marriage? Absolutely. Without it, marriage simply will not survive.